was in Disney World just recently and got to check out Galaxy's Edge.
Did you get to build your own lightsaber?
I could have. I didn't do that. I just didn't decide to spend the money on that.
How much is it to do that?
I actually don't know.
A crazy amount.
Because like just to buy some like nicer ones, they were like started around $100.
Yeah.
Now, I did find out right at the end, our friend that took me, he actually got like a 30% discount on anything.
Nice.
So I was like, oh, but then I still was like, didn't have time then.
Friend of the pod, maybe future.
Yeah, if he ever's in the area, he might be a guest on here. But shout out to Mark.
Yeah.
But while I was there, so you know the Disney parks, they have like the photographers around that'll take pictures, and you just like, and then it just like you tap your card, and then it like links it to a thing. So then they all just show up somewhere else later, so you can grab them digitally.
Okay.
I mean,
I was going to say,
you have
like,
to pay for them, but like
Disney in general, like I only have my memory of when I was a kid going there. Okay, so like it's very different now.
If they did that then, because I've been non-digital back then. But yeah, instead of you having to worry about taking the pictures yourself, they basically have, especially in key moments, and definitely all the meet and greets with the characters, they have photographers there. And then there's like, they just have like a little thing, and you tap your wristband if you have the wristband or your entry pass, and it's linked to your account. So then they show up there, and then you can purchase them. I think you have to pay for them. But again, because of our friend, we didn't have to pay for them. He just got them.
Sick.
But this being said, in the Galaxy's Edge area, which is where I basically spent most of my time when I was there, because I only had an evening at Hollywood Studios. And the lady that is like basically set up in the area for the where the Millennium Falcon is basically behind you. And it was nighttime, and so we get in line to get a picture taken there. And this lady, like she was treating it like each person or each group of people, it was like their family, like, or like senior session photo shoot. Like she was like, no, they would get up there, and then she's like, oh, okay, try this. Now do this. And like, she was posing them and putting them in different situations.
That's great.
And then she even had a prop lightsaber to use in the, and then now granted, some people had their own, right? Yep. They had purchased or used, but yeah. And then on top of that, then I get the photos, and like, you only saw the one, like they did stuff to him in post. Like there's one with Grogu's next to me, and we're like floating some type of like thing, and it's like we're both like out there like that's
sick.
So I think that probably goes along with the Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out and stuff. So anyway, it was a really neat experience. Got to do Rise of the Resistance and
I heard that's
Smuggler's Run.
Right,
turns out Smuggler's Run was getting updated for the Mandalorian Guru, but 2 days after I was there. So like it for this weekend to basically coincide with the opening of the film.
Right.
So, but just all in all the experience. And actually, the best part, honestly, was I'm gonna say the best part. I shouldn't say the best part.
Get some blue milk.
I did not try the blue milk. Evidently, it's not very good.
Okay.
That they're phasing it out, I think, even is what Mark said, but there was no line for it. Like it was like the spot where you could get it.
That's
and
not what you want.
It was like an indication of yes, okay. But I think one of the things I appreciated the most, I should say it that way, not the coolest, is the attention to detail.
Yeah.
The lady even taking your photos referred to you as a traveler, and she never said photo once. It was always, would you like to get your scan?
Awesome.
That's the level of like the trash cans didn't look like normal trash cans. If you wanted to get a Coke or a Sprite, they were in these like circular things. All the labeling looked like Star Wars, letters and not regular. Yeah. So like the attention, the detail on that, like including to the point where they don't sell even like toys and props and things that don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, so the one other person who was with us wanted to get the Grogu hat that has like the ears.
Yep.
You couldn't buy that in any of the little shops in Galaxy's Edge. We had to go to a gift shop outside of Galaxy's Edge to find those because that's not appropriate to the area.
Okay.
Like you could get like a prop lightsaber.
Yeah.
You could get a chess set or something. You know, there was plenty of things, but it had to be something that could be realistic in the and not make sense in the universe, and not like some weird hat that was not very. And so then we did drinks and dinner in the cantina there.
Awesome.
And again, I don't want to say my favorite thing, but that was like almost as cool, if not cooler than the rides. Because other than the couple of
full band in the music,
they did not have a full band. They had a DJ, a robotic DJ.
Okay.
A droid DJ.
But they were doing cantina music.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
And so, but in that, like the same, I mean, everyone other than the other travelers that were there,
did you stay in character though? Because I would if I, because they all are. So you
that's the thing. You saw some people walking around that dressed. That were like they're visiting. That then but no, I mean like
Well, I guess you weren't dressed up, so
did feel. But even ordering drinks in there, and food, it was, and even this is again attention to detail. The point of sale system, the tap to pay for your food, all the lettering looked like it was like the Star Wars lettering.
Cool.
So like just that level of detail.
Just say like asking for your credits or something instead of money. That'd be great. That'd be great.
I can't remember if it's that, but like, yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, welcome back to Screen Time TV, a podcast where we discuss some of the latest streaming shows, things that are hot and not.
Hot or not.
You remember that?
Yep. I do remember that.
So Jared.
Yes.
Ellis is going to be here in 45 minutes. So I suggest you get the freak out of my podcast.
Okay.
So my name is Josh and this is my co-host Jared.
So Josh, the real question is, why would the customer want to buy something that could kill them?
It's a good question.
It's an age-old question.
It's a good question. But they buy a lot of things that could kill them.
Yeah.
All right. So today we were discussing Euphoria season 3, episode 6. Before that, we'll do a little bit of what we've been watching. And before that, we'll get into feedback. So Jared, what is our feedback? And if you have feedback, please send it in. You can email it to feedback@screentimepod.com or just leave a comment or DM on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and we will discuss it in a future podcast.
Yes. So first of all, thank you, Lauren, for getting all these comments together. And we have a few. I believe they're all from the same clip, though. Yep. All talking about Sydney Sweeney. you talking about Sydney Sweeney. So
me talking about Sydney Sweeney.
I think I mean you're on the screen. I think it was mostly on you for this clip.
We are buds.
Yeah.
I did, do have pictures of her on my phone that I took with my phone.
So she was at CinemaCon.
Yeah. Last year, not this year.
Right, yeah.
Well,
that's right.
I wasn't there this year. I don't know. She might have been there this year.
Yeah. All right. So our first comment. So Sydney Sweeney. Well, this is our the clip was talking about Sydney Sweeney's performance. And you were mentioning this the Shakespeare monologue and all that. So Brandon and Rhea says love some Sweeney. And a bunch of smiley faces. And then for that same clip. Let me see. This one also is, the rest of them are all there.
Maybe it's TikTok and one's Instagram or I don't know.
Yeah, but they're all the same clip. Yeah. Broiled Lobster says, no hate, seriously, no hate, but if you think her delivery of that Shakespeare monologue was good, you do not know Shakespeare or acting for Shakespeare. And then they follow up the comment saying, let me phone in.
No.
So,
well, we don't have the tech set up for the phone in
to get a guest to phone in. Yeah. When we do though, you can, Broiled Lobster, you can be on as a guest.
Look into that.
Yeah.
But we I guess like I mean I will admit I don't really know Shakespeare that well, so right. But the I think when I say acting, I think it's just the way like you can like her change in performance, because I think we saw it again. I mean this week's episode, I also thought there were some nice moments for her to kind of way she's playing this character and stuff. But anyway,
well, this is a great final comment that has to do with Sydney Sweeney as an actor in this show specifically. So this is from Jar 4054. She's performing as a porn actor. She has no self-worth to be debased this way. The show sucks. So that's how this person thinks that she's performing. Which at times I kind of feel that way, how this person is commenting. And that's a lot of the reason why I'm just like, all right, can we be done with this? And we're still not. Spoiler alert. We're not done with all of it with Cassie. But anyway, thank you everyone for leaving comments, and keep them coming. I figured there'd be a lot of with Euphoria. Like you said, it's a very highly discussed show, whether you love it or hate it. So a lot of strong opinions about it. And that's it for comments.
All right. Thanks, Jared. Yeah, please continue them. Keep them coming. We appreciate all the feedback. No offense taken. All right. So
or some offense taken.
Let's get into what we've been watching.
Yeah. So
I have one thing. So.
Wow. Okay. I was going to say, because this is a longer gap for recording time, and I know you were traveling, so I wasn't sure if you would have like a decent amount or not. All right. Well, I have 3 things, so I got.
Okay. Well, you start us off then.
I don't even know if we will have the same thing actually at all, but I will start with this is the one that maybe you saw. The Punisher: One Last Kill.
I have not watched it yet.
Okay. I mean, I didn't even know if this is something you were interested in watching or not.
Yeah,
like, were you going to check it? Check it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I didn't know how big of a. I know obviously you like John Bernthal, probably not as much as I do, but
I do. I like John Bernthal. I've liked him since Walking Dead.
Of course, yeah, that was his first big role. But did you watch both seasons?
No,
of the show,
not both
on Netflix. Okay.
I think I got like halfway through season 1, and whatever reason at the time fell off, and then when season 2 came around, obviously I was like, well, I should get back to watching, but I got to finish, and then didn't.
Of course, the way he was introduced in season 2 of Daredevil initially was incredible, though. That was like,
and then he's been back into Daredevil Born Again as well.
Not as much as I would like him to be, though. Yeah. He's barely in it now, unfortunately. But
he's going to be Spider-Man.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And he's going to be in the Odyssey, not as Frank Castle, but he will be in the Odyssey.
Right.
I still don't know who he's playing in that. Anyway, so Punisher: One Last Kill. This is on Disney, as all things Marvel are now. So this is a special presentation, is what they call this. Mm-hmm. They had a few of these before. I will say the negative first, because there's only one. I thought this was going to be like a movie. It's not. It's just an episode. It's only 45 minutes long. A little bummed by that. I would have liked it to be longer. But yeah, it's just a one-off episode. But John Bernthal just crushing it as Frank Castle still in this. And it's a really cool, just, I would say, current of where the character is at, because it's definitely seems like it's in the name of the episode. One Last Kill is kind of a good way to explain the plot. And you, but it's a good, I'm trying to explain this, no spoilers, but it's a good way to continue his character forward still from where he's at presently after showing up on the Daredevil Born Again. And then I assume this is probably still around the same timeline wise as where he'll be at in the film, in the Spider-Man film. And they do really well with the violence in this, which is always very important in anything Punisher. And the director of this was great when I saw his name come up. He directed a lot of the Punisher show, but also he directed We Own the City, which I don't know if you ever watched, but is a mini series that came out a few years ago. John Bernthal was in it. It was a David Simon. I always get his name mixed up. The guy that did The Wire and all that. It was a show of his, and
I kind of remember.
Great show, awesome show, and his performance in it was really cool. But the director
was on HBO, right?
Yes, the director of that whole show directed this episode. So anyway, but this guy is very, like, worked with Bernthal a lot. So collaboration is really good in this, and you can tell. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was great. I just wish it was longer. So
cool.
What do you got?
Well, I've got one thing. Like I said, I was traveling, and because it was a short flight, and then I had to.
Oh, true. You're just going to Florida, yeah.
So it wasn't a really long flight, so I couldn't watch a lot, and then I was really busy otherwise.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have time to watch much. But I did get a chance to check out the first episode of Lord of the Flies on Netflix.
Okay.
Have you checked this out?
No, but I am very curious about it. So.
All right. So a plane crash strands a group of British boys on an unoccupied tropical island where they gradually slide into anarchy as social conventions disappear and attempts at responsible rule divide them into warring factions. I think this is pretty good. This first episode, at least. This
is the creator of Adolescence, right?
Correct. Okay. So yes. So, and then I think to his testament, knows how to cast kids. Because I think all these kids are
very important for Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, and all these kids are delivering some great performances and really convincing stuff. And the other thing to note, same composer as The White Lotus.
Ooh, okay.
So it has that, because I noticed it, not thinking White Lotus, but just thinking, oh, this is got an interesting soundtrack, and so I looked it up.
Nice.
And it does the same thing where it's kind of that eerie, but then not too dark, but like, like it kind of plays in that same realm as the White Lotus stuff is. That's
a great pick for this show to get that composer.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
But I think it's just a mini series, really, right? I think it's only like 4 or 5 episodes total.
Is there? Did you recognize any of the cast?
No.
Okay.
No.
So not even the same kid as in Adolescence. Oh. Okay. Interesting.
At this point, that kid's probably not a kid anymore.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Too old to even be in it.
But yeah,
that's why I wanted to check it out. I was aware of it. I just knew it was the same creator as Adolescence, and so I know he's a good.
Yeah. No, obviously not doing anything.
Showrunner.
Not like the whole episode's a one take, nothing like that. But there's some like longer, stuff where they let the camera kind of float and follow some of these characters. But
so if it's only 4 or 5 episodes or so, how much does you said you just watched the first?
Mm-hmm.
How much does that cover then? The first episode?
I don't know.
I mean, you're familiar with the story anyway.
No, I'm not. That's what I was going to say. I've never seen any of the other films or read the book. So,
all right.
So I'm not.
I didn't know that.
I'm not familiar with the material.
Okay.
But I would recommend checking this out. I think it's pretty good.
Awesome.
Definitely. Also just higher caliber, like higher caliber than the normal Netflix stuff too. So
yeah.
It feels so. Yeah.
So bigger budget.
I don't know if it's the budget or just like quality of the
more cinematic, better looking. Well, I mean, this guy, I imagine the acting, especially like you mentioned, for the kids, has to be very strong. Obviously,
I did see that they shot it all on location. Like they did find, I don't know where, but they found, and like it's not a set. They're all just
nice
on location on I don't know if it's an actual island, but like at least a beach front area.
Well, that's good. Yeah. I mean, kudos to them for that because
it feels really real and authentic.
Right. You could easily have this just be on the volume or something. And it's just, that defeats the purpose of Lord of the Flies.
But definitely just makes it more challenging because you're already working with kids who can only work for so many hours. Mm-hmm. They also can't do overnight. So any night stuff they shot with the infrared cameras to make it like day look like night. And so I did see that stuff.
Well, I guess I'll keep going then.
Yeah,
we don't have anything else
you got.
Okay. So, one new thing and one older thing. So, the other new thing I watched is Mortal Kombat 2 in theaters.
Oh.
Yeah. At first I really wasn't planning on, like, I was just going to wait and watch it later. I wasn't planning on going to see it in theaters, but I saw it was doing really well. And the first film, do you remember the first film of this when it?
I don't know if I saw the first one.
You didn't see it? Okay. Yeah. It came out, it was a Warner Brothers thing. So it came out, it was straight to it was the 2021, straight to home.
But then it still did pretty well, right? It got good. People liked it.
Yeah. The only thing, and so I wanted to revisit that too, but I didn't. But that was kind of more of a setup, I think, was the main thing that people criticized, or the main thing people didn't like about the first film. It was like a setup to the actual tournament. Mm-hmm. But I remember it still being good and like having some really sick fights. And so this one though, man, like this is the Mortal Kombat movie. Mm-hmm. Like it's full, the actual tournament. You get so many characters. It all feels, speaking of like we were talking about with our film, like the practical in your filmmaking, just to enhance the visuals, but also like just like especially in a fight, like something like that, you're doing a lot of just like wire work and stuff like that, and just which is a lot of that obviously because people are flying around, it's a fighting game.
Yep.
People are just flying around and all that. Man, it's so cool. The action is awesome. It's just the tone of it. Let me see what else I wrote down. Like, I think it is the best Mortal Kombat movie. Now, that's not like necessarily a very high bar.
Right.
But, I mean, you remember back in the day, the 90s one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that one was pretty cool. I mean, it was probably really cheesy, but like I remember it being really cool then. But this is, I think this is the best Mortal Kombat movie now. The score also incredibly good. And one thing I have like an issue with a lot of modern films, I feel like the score is too low in the mix. I don't know if you felt that or you with like newer movies. Do you think the score is too quiet in films?
Yeah, I can see.
Like, have you noticed that in more modern films in the past few years? Because I definitely have, but I didn't know if other people really feel that at
I
all.
don't know.
Okay. So
Not something that stood out to me. So
okay. But well, my point is with this film, it is like in your face, which is also important for this kind of movie, for the score to be that loud. So that just made me happy too. Because older films in general, it was higher up in the mix in general, and I don't know why that's kind of gone away. But anyway, yeah, really great movie, like surprisingly good.
cool.
Best Mortal Kombat movie now, in my opinion.
You know.
All right, final thing.
What's your
I'll
old
go
thing?
real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah. So what's your old? And you said one new.
Yes. I don't know if you've watched this, but I finally revisited it. You're the Worst.
Oh yeah.
You did you ever? So you watched the show?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you watch the whole thing?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, it was a little while ago when I watched it.
Yeah. It was an FX show. It's on Hulu. It started about a decade ago. It was like 2015.
Yeah.
So I checked it out back then when it first came out, and I just didn't like it, and
This is the one where there's like the lead guy is an author.
Yes,
Yeah.
British guy.
British guy is the author. Yeah. Okay. I was just making sure I was thinking of the right show.
Yep, and
And then she like there's the girl.
Aya
And they're kind of
Cash.
friends. Then they end up. Yeah. And then they end up hooking up at some point. But then they also. Are
well, that's right off the bat. They do
Yeah,
like,
and then they're-
because they're
but
at a
then-
wedding. Yeah, and they
Yes.
they hook up. But Aya Cash is, I mean, I love her anyways.
Yes.
As I always mention Stormfront in The Voice. Was
Yeah.
like, she was so good
That's
in
who
that.
it is. Yeah. That's who
role.
it is. Yeah.
But this is kind of where she, I'm assuming, got pretty famous.
Or, yeah.
This role, and she's great in this too. It's like she probably loves it as an actor because she just gets to do so. It's like she gets to play so many different characters because she's like bipolar and just there's so much stuff going on in her head all the time. I imagine it's a really fun character to play. But anyway, this time though, I really got into it, and I don't know what changed, but you know how it is. You come back to a show or just a show as you get older, you have different feelings or opinions about things, and now I'm already like beginning of season 4.
Nice.
So I got
you went
pretty,
through.
yeah, I ripped through it. And it's 13 episodes a season, but short 20 some minutes because they did have it was like
commercials.
commercial.
Yeah.
But yeah, really cool. One last thing about it, I guess. Let me see. I have
It is like, oh, sorry. Well, it is like
go
kind
ahead,
of,
yeah.
I was going to say it is kind of more on the Seinfeld side of things where like the characters you're with are not good people and,
No.
and they pretty much talk crap about other people.
yes.
So,
All the supporting cast is really great too. Our main guy's roommate
yeah.
is awesome. The
Yes.
military guy.
Yeah.
And what they do with him is, so my last point is just in general, it's a very smart comedy, and they get very creative with it because the premise of it, you're thinking, how are they going to do 5 seasons? They did 5 seasons of this show off of just that premise. It's like, but I mean, they successfully have kept it interesting. I mean, like I blew through 3 seasons, so. Yeah, just wanted to shout it out. You're the Worst on Hulu. So that's my final thing.
All right, let's get into Euphoria Season 3, Episode 6, Stand Still and See. Rue makes a deal with the devil in the form of a promise to Alamo and gives a word of warning to Maddie. Later, Cassie gets her first real taste of stardom on the set of LA Nights, and Rue paints Jules a picture of her ideal future.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, what'd you think of this episode?
What did you think of this episode? No, I can go first. It is. I don't really know how to explain it anymore. Like every week when we talk about it, it's not getting better. I just don't think it's a good season of the show. But I also want to say I think this one was even less successful for me because the Alamo Lori stuff, I think, is like some of the more weaker side of the story that I don't really care about, and that's a big portion of this episode. I will say though, I do like the opening, all with young Alamo. I did like that though. What'd you think of this episode?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like most of these, but yeah, I would say this probably has least some of the lesser standout moments than some of the previous ones. But like you said, like overall, each episode is not like, hey, this is a great episode of TV, but it's still entertaining in certain ways. And then there's like always like a moment or two where you're like, oh, that was a good moment. And like into this,
or like a very beautiful shot. Cause like there's a lot of
like cool stuff. Yeah. Like that. Yep.
Good cinematography.
And then, or which we can maybe just kind of move right into, or like you said, the opening stuff, the Alamo's backstory, like that part was fantastic.
Yeah, it was great.
And I think that was a good reminder that this creator, because we call him that, can create, a good sort,
oh yeah.
And,
he has the capacity for it.
Yeah. And then that was just, I was very pleasantly surprised and was, really engaged. And I was like, oh, this is really good. But also, other than just setting up for why he's the way he is now, something, with like why he doesn't trust Rue basically right off the bat.
Yeah, there's not much purpose to it.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. But it is cool. Nonetheless to go through that time. I mean, I love the whole 70s aesthetic of everything. There was the house that they first move into. That living room was just like insane. It was so 70s specifically, but it was just really cool. That like set design, or what would you call it?
Yeah.
Is that set design? Yeah. Amazing for this opening. I loved the very short scene, but at the church, like, man, there's just nothing better than a black choir. It's just like awesome. So
yeah, the scene with like the pleather couch when he hands the kid the Hershey bar.
Hershey bar, yeah.
And like that was like whatever it was, like sparkle pleather, like plastic, not pleather. It was just like plastic.
Yeah, I think it's plastic.
Yeah. And then, and then like even the noise, like the sound design of that, like it's like, and so no, I like I said, I loved the opening, even if it was like I said, not like it didn't really serve a heavy purpose. Like we didn't need that to really understand Almo's motive. I mean, it like helps inform like, oh, so because your mom screwed you over, you were like, you're never going to trust a woman again.
Right.
And,
but I mean, it's kind of bad though, if like a scene that's not really necessary, or a sequence of scenes that's not really necessary, is like some of the best moments in your episode.
It's because it's more, you had more freedom, right? I think, but my point, what I was saying is like, this is, means like why the season 1 was great is because when he's creating something from scratch, doesn't have any baggage attached to it. He knows how to create something good. But even season 2, when you start having this baggage and you have to like finish something, have an ending to something, then he doesn't know where to go. And then we see that even more so in this season overall. Like, it's just like, what are we doing? From a story standpoint, it's like, this is just dumb.
Yep.
But we're going to talk about it anyway. So
That's right. Yeah.
So let's get into
buckle up.
Rue kind of side of the story. As we have been kind of like, sometimes these overlap a little bit, but we kind of stick to character, which, kind of is what Alamo is part of Rue's story. So he doesn't hit her head off
what a surprise.
Surprise. She doesn't get killed.
It's just, again, like leaving the last episode on that cliffhanger specifically was just
so dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, like, anyway, he, and she talks him into letting it. So then we basically get her on speakerphone talking to her friend.
Yeah, she's the one I always forget her name.
Yeah, I'm forgetting her name too.
The lips girl.
Yeah.
That's how I always identify her as.
But anyway, yeah, trying to get her to get them a photo of the key so they can make a copy of the key to get their stuff back, basically.
Also, very tough if you're getting a tattoo and ends up being a swastika. That's very unfortunate. She's like, what is it? You know, when he's
better. What did she say? It's something.
I don't remember
like, it's not that. It's better. And then we see it. It's a swastika.
Oh man, yeah.
I will say again, you know, Zendaya is always great performances.
Oh yeah.
You know, even if the overall story is weird and not working.
There's a scene later. I mean, there's scenes later I would highlight.
Yeah.
With her performance specifically. Yeah.
On this we get, so then she, like later, she has a kill time and she's sitting in the church.
Yes.
And she gets a call with her mom.
Yes, this is one of them that I wanted to mention. Is a standout scene for Zendaya's performance of Rue. But also very, I just think it was a great scene, even though I wish like we actually got them face to face having a conversation, but this was still a very good moment, I thought. And what is currently up with her mom? They really like,
I don't know.
I was wondering if they were going to get into it more because like, I mean, maybe it doesn't matter to the story, but like I was wondering, where is her mom still? And you know, and Rue's sister too. Like, are they still where they were?
I don't, because there was in one of the other episodes earlier on in the season where she's like calling her a lot in a montage and talking, and like her sister, and she was like, "Stop calling," kind of, or something.
Okay, so her sister was referenced.
Yeah, I think or something. There was a reference to her there, but again.
Still bummed we still haven't got more of a Rue sponsor though.
No.
Like we need him back. We need some of those scenes.
We'll see. Then we get we also get Rue visiting Jules briefly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it was this is interesting where she asked Rue, like, or maybe it was her mom asked her, one of them asked like how's she doing, how long she's sober, and she's like, I don't even know, I haven't been keeping track this time.
Right.
Almost like it's like this time it's not a challenge. Mm-hmm. Like she's kind of finally broken the habit, and so then there's no reason to keep track.
Yeah. It is interesting because it's like that you could perceive it as like growth on her part, but also I don't know, I feel like also it could be something where like narratively, like it could be playing into something to where like, I don't know, maybe she isn't going to make it through this whole show alive. Because I was thinking about that also, like, I don't know, and
well,
just
I did have this thought,
because some of the way she talks about things at times with the voiceover.
Well, that's what I was,
I mean, have you ever thought about that too?
Yeah, there was a moment in this season, I don't know, a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't bring it up on the pod, but where I did have,
I don't think we talked about this.
But I did have the thought, like, she's the one that's narrating everything from the get-go, season 1. And you know, what if that means it's because she's, kind of dead at the end, right?
Right.
Which is very possible. But
Yeah.
I mean, even if that's going to happen. It's not going to happen in the cliffhanger last episode. It's going to
No.
it's going to happen at the end in the finale. But
I just mean, yeah, like digging more into like Rue's mortality in general, because that's always on the line, obviously, in so many ways, whether it's drugs or with Alamo or different people she gets involved with. Like that is a central theme in the show always anyway.
Well, and then in this scene with Jules, like, and she mentions wanting to have kids and like stuff like that. So it's like seems to be maturing in some ways.
I do really like the scene again. Like I always mention, because we don't get much of Rue and Jules together. So I always like when they do interact. And with this scene, what I liked was because they were talking about the relationship. You mentioned like in the future. Well, really all of it, past, present, and future. They kind of all are going through it all. And what I really liked about it was you start to see the cracks between both of them, where you can tell that deep down both of them don't like where they're at in their life currently. And because, like, I mean, especially like what Rue says to Jules in that moment, like it's pretty brutal. Like how she explains the situation that Jules is in right now. And and for all we know, perception wise, it's like Jules does love what she's doing right now, but it's like, I don't know. And same with Rue. Like, I just think both of them deep down, they are not happy where they're at currently in their life. And that's why they're bringing all this up.
And then we get Rue basically getting deeper into the crap. So like, Alamo's muscle, his name's Bishop, like kind of, anyway,
Sounds right. Yeah.
Basically she's supposed to get the stuff back. And she's like, how much was that? And he's like, oh, you're going to figure it out. And then he mentions knowing who her mom is and her sister, kind of like, like as a threat, like, hey, if you don't, they're going to be in danger.
Yeah.
And then of course she even talks to the DEA guys.
Yes.
And she's like, is that enough? And they're like, yeah, it's good. But, and it was almost like, and now we'll talk to the guys and see if they'll let you, like, so it's still like not guaranteed she was going to, after all that she's helped them.
No.
They still made it sound like, well, we'll see if you get a reduced sentence or
right.
not.
But she has, better chance than ever, at least now at this point. But yeah, it is a lot to go through. But again, it's like they didn't even really have to give her that option. So like ultimately, it is a chance for redemption for her. Just so many things of this season. It's like there's so many themes of this kind of stuff in all the characters.
Yeah, and then we get the scene where Lori comes to Almo's house, and Rue's there with the phone kind of out, so that's where it kind of gets this hook for them. But and then it's kind of, I don't know. I feel like what's in that safe that would, it's like they never really give us the reason. She's like blackmailing him with it basically, but also like all the people are there, like they could just kill him now and then.
Very strange that it doesn't escalate at all.
Yeah, it's kind of
even the way the scene was set up. I was like,
and then she wants him to bring drugs over the line for her.
Yeah,
with his, didn't track. And like,
there's just another mark on it. The episode, I was just like, this was not successful.
Up until this point, Alamo way has the upper hand on everything. Yeah. He has way more money, way more goons, way more, like all the things. And so why does he feel threatened by this lady at all?
I don't know.
Because he definitely didn't earlier when he
sent her a pig.
Yeah.
Or did she send him a pig?
She sent it back.
Send it back. That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, so that stuff's kind of weird for
Yes.
me. But and then on the way to Lori's, Rue, well, again, it was like so cliche, like fumbling with the thing and like the truck coming at her. And like, come on. But she pulls off the road and then she sees the burning bush.
Yep.
The burning tree.
Very,
definitely a very,
very cool.
biblical.
Yeah. And very cool visual for the end of the episode. Yeah. I do want to mention, because she says it here at this point, and I believe Cassie says at some point, and one other character. So there's at least 3 characters in this episode all say thank you, God, at different times. And it's just interesting because it's like, and think about it, how like, and how people in general would just say that about a situation or something and just say thank you, God. And like, it's like, that's not how God works, but it's like, that's how a lot of people perceive God, and where it's just like, because especially like the reason why I made a note of it is because it's like, especially when Cassie says it, I think after the scene and she's like done with the LA Nights scene, or I don't remember, there's something else that anyway, and she's like crying, or like almost like she's just like so happy, and she's like, thank you, God. And it's like, yeah, it's just interesting the way how people use God in everyday life that really obviously don't have a relationship with them, but like, are thanking God for things. It's like, was this really God? I mean, and that's the whole journey that Rue's on right now with wondering how much of this is actually, and now she's like, I mean, at this point, she's going to be fully in now with literally seeing a burning bush.
Yeah.
Of course, also, I mean, the church scene too, she was also, you could tell she was feeling something too. So.
Yep. So that's going to leave off with Rue.
Yep.
So then like Cassie stuff, like there was they had the snake, actually there was the one photo shoot montage.
Right.
But kind of like towards the beginning after the credit of like the titles, like after the Alamo.
Yes.
Then it went to and it was like she was doing the photo shoot with the snake, and there was a couple of the other dancers doing a photo shoot.
This was all at the club, right?
Yes, at the club. And then the rest we get, Cassie is her doing her scene in LA Nights, and her kind of going off script because she kind of clicks into a PTSD moment.
Yeah.
And then, but then they love it.
Yeah.
So then they're like sitting her down, and she's talking, and her sister's ready to apologize for her. And then they're like, oh, but it's great. But then they were like, oh, you got to kill your OnlyFans. The funny thing was the other lady assistant, when she was like kind of her comments after each thing.
Yep.
Especially when she's like, well, you do JOI, and then like she's like, they need instructions.
Yeah. Yep.
That was funny.
Yes, it was.
But yeah, so this, and then of course her sister's still annoyed until then her boss is like, well, you're close to this, like, why don't you work on writing her storyline? And then she suddenly be also getting an opportunity to do something she's been wanting to do instead of just being an assistant.
And she could potentially kill off her own sister off the show. Yeah.
Yeah, but as soon as she kills her, then she might lose the opportunity to write. So
yeah.
But anyway, these it was, again, entertaining. I think again, agree to disagree, audience, but I think Sydney Sweeney's acting ability, again, being like just in those moments of like switching from I'm the bubbly OnlyFans whatever to like that moment where she's like not acting, but like they think she is, because she's just like kind of dealing with some trauma and stuff. Yeah, I think thought that was, a good, interesting moment. And yeah, though the whole storyline's kind of goofy, but Like,
Yeah, it's still like, I just like, that was my point earlier. It's just like, I can't believe we're still, that's still part of the story. Like, we're
oh, I also did
with
like
only 2 episodes left.
yeah, I did like the tension of when she went to go delete it, like the way they did
That was so silly the way they did it.
the way they shot that.
Yeah.
Like it was, yeah.
Well, you liked that though? You liked the way
I think
they
they did a good job, like kind of creating like this,
Okay.
like where like creating the weight that it had for her, right? And then like and giving it that visual weight too. I think they did good at the metaphor of that with the computer, like being sitting there, and then her like also calling Nate and him not answering, her wanting, and then she gets his finger in the mail.
Yes, she does.
And it says answer your phone, right?
Something like that, yeah.
So are they trying to get a hold of her and expecting her to pay the debts?
I don't know, but also like, again, just literally nothing with Nate.
Other than the short scene of him running around trying to trample the stupid flowers.
And he's still just like, I don't know what's going on with that character.
Well, and yeah, I think again, one of this waste of talent
For sure.
putting him on this where we're getting, I mean, but then also maybe it was all the availability they could get from him.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't want to.
But if that's the point, just don't
Right.
put him, don't bring him in at all. Cause yeah, you're right. It is a waste of
because like
talent.
they could, obviously in a short period of filming, they could film the scenes with the last couple episodes where he's just barely, it's like a couple minutes, and it's like, oh, has a breakdown and begs at the city council, and then he's trampling the flowers, and he's getting beat up in his bathroom, and he's like, the different things that each episode has, where it's like just a couple minutes you have with them, and that's it. That's not gonna. But again, that might be because that's all they have with him.
Yeah, that's got to be a big part of it. His schedule must have been pretty, because it's like, I feel like they would have utilized him more, and he wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. That's the character beyond anyone else. It's the most baffling this season. It's just strange.
And then get a little bit of Maddie and Alamo. Then kind of at the end where she wants to take him off site to really get them some followers. And he's like, well, they're the ones out. That's how I make money. I can't,
Right.
They got to be here all the time. So it looks like there's a little tension building there, maybe that that what Rue warned her about.
Yeah.
And of course, and then she's going to lose Cassie because even though Cassie hasn't told her, but the first time she tried to quit, Maddie manipulated her. But I guess like she held, so theoretically she got her that gig, so she's still representing her as an actor.
Yeah.
So I guess she just loses her as the OnlyFans revenue. But
I wanted to ask you though, just because we have 2 episodes left, like what is the bigger picture though?
Right.
Is like, I don't understand.
It's literally my last
stuff
written down too, just for us to be like, discuss
what is it
if we
going
can.
to? Like,
I don't know. I mean, obviously the stuff with Rue has to come to, and like we were just talking about, maybe she ends up dead.
yeah.
In this whole like drug situation between Alamo and Leslie. Leslie? So, I don't know.
It's not Leslie. It's Lori. There you go.
Lori.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, that's going to come to head. And then obviously Nate's already spiraling. So where's that going to end? They're just going to kill him? Whatever.
I don't know.
And then, Cassie seems to be still in the up. She's getting a more longer, like a full role with lines and stuff now in the show. So, but really, there's still no.
Yeah, I just mean like a bigger overall, like,
Right. Like how's it going to come to a conclusion?
Right.
Which you think theoretically, conclusion wise, you want to bring everybody together for the finale.
I don't even know if that will happen though.
It's the same location. So how are they going to
Because like I feel like it's just what they, as best they could for the wedding. I think that was like their only time that they really could get everyone together. But I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they do. Maybe they'll do it again for the finale. But also, I am curious, is it going to, how much it's going to feel like a season finale versus a series finale?
Right.
Will be interesting as well.
Well, because the whole season doesn't feel like it's part of the other two seasons, I feel like it's not going to feel like a series finale.
Okay.
I think it might have the possibility to feel like a season finale, but even at that, like the season feels so disjointed and not a cohesive thing anyway, that it'd be hard to wrap it up and make it feel like it's a good finale. So not looking too hopeful for it in general, but we're here. I mean, we got 2 more, so we'll hanging in there. And I don't know. So what do you guys think of this episode 6, the season as a whole so far? Where do you think things are going? We got 2 more episodes.
Yep.
Let us know. You can do that by emailing us at feedback@screentimepod.com or leave a comment or DM. And you can follow, like, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And please do so on all those. And just look for Screen Time Pod. Normally all one word. And if you like to follow each of us on Instagram, I'm Jay at JYoungBar.
And I'm at Jared Youngbar.
All right. We'll talk to you guys next week.